Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Purse? I'm the big dilf. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid act, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
Whole lot of Glizzy gang-ish. MUNFU podcast, Prophet in the building. I think son over there asleep or something.
My salsa makes harder for the girls dancing, want to take off the underpants. My salsa makes harder for the girls dancing, want to take off the underpants. My salsa.
Nah, this dude weird as hell.
What's really good? What's hoodie? What's man? What's good? Glizzy gang. We out here, Montclair, not scared. You know what I mean? Fully aware, not impaired. You dig it? We just giving you bars. First off, before we start this off, I need to say shout out to everybody who's been getting the merchandise. The links will be in the pinned comment. The first pinned comment. Go ahead and check that. The only pinned comment.
That pink hoodie coming at the end of the week. What's it? Tomorrow, huh? Yeah, tomorrow.
Well, hold on. Let's not say that. Pink hoodie's coming. Y'all will know when it drops. There's a few things we gotta figure out first, but it's gonna be coming either this week or the beginning of next week. But with the people who won the hoodies, there's certain things that I gotta do. So, they're coming in the next 10 days probably. So they'll be here. Anyway,
let's get into it.
So, Carter 5, dope album. Lil Wayne, dope album. Elliot Wilson just did was it for Rap Radar?
Nah, Tidal.
Yeah, but Rap Radar, Tidal's the station Rap Radar is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's for Rap Radar.
I don't know either, but I just know that he...
Yeah. But he did one of his interviews that he be doing with Lil Wayne, and this is big because, one, Lil Wayne does not do interviews. This is his only interview for Carter 5. And two, because nobody has it up on YouTube yet.
No.
So, you know, we got to exclude the exclusive. You dig what I'm saying? So, what did you think of the interview?
I mean, Lil Wayne is such a weird character because he just answers everything so mysteriously. But I mean, overall, it was definitely good to hear from him. And he doesn't really go into depth on anything, but not too serious or whatever. But he explained a few things. I mean, I thought it was a good sit down or whatever. Basic. I mean, it was an hour long. I feel like they asked him. I feel like Elliot Wilson could have just approached questions differently, and I feel like he kind of would have got a little bit different answers. He kind of just, it seemed like the only thing he really was asking him mainly was about the breakdown of the album, different song to different song. But to me, I would have just kind of like scrapped that paper after the third song where he said, oh yeah, all these songs are old, and then he just kept getting the same answer for 19 songs. So I would have just been like, you know what, let's just talk.
You know what, and I've started this even before this interview, but you know what be making those interviews just mad awkward to me is the audience.
Yeah.
Like, there be certain times where I'm like, wait, y'all niggas ain't gonna clap for that?
Yeah, well, I feel like
them dudes be like the most awkwardest audience ever. It's like they don't know when they're supposed to do a react. And then Elliot would be like, oh, you guys can clap for fatherhood. And I was like, nigga, why did you niggas not start clapping for his kids? Like, that was
yeah.
It was just so awkward because and there's another awkward part where Wayne's like, where Elliot Wilson's like, you gotta put you up with the Louis Armstrongs. And then Wayne goes, wow, I wouldn't put myself up there with the Louis Armstrongs. Wow, that's, you see he's taken aback. And you can see he's waiting for the audience to be like,
yeah.
There. And then he even goes, well, somebody else would have to say that. Like, almost like, hey, niggas, y'all niggas gonna say that? Because I look crazy if I say it. Like, if someone else fucking, and the audience just sitting there like, I was like, nigga, that shit was awkward, nigga.
It was.
Make some noise.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of weird. Like, there was a... literally every song he asked about except for one song. The only song that he didn't say was an old-ass song was the Nicki shit. I mean...
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm surprised that some of them songs were old.
Me too. I was
Some
too.
of those ones were not the ones I thought were going to be the old ones.
Yeah, nah, me either. I thought that was crazy. I thought that, I was like, damn, like, it kind of made me, honestly, it kind of made me look at the album a little bit differently when he said that it was old, because I was like, damn, maybe this album is like, I thought it was good, but maybe I was like, maybe this album's a lot better than it did, because for something that was so old, he said some of these songs were 7 years old, and I was like, for something to be 7 years old and still sound that good today is great.
I think low-key, the stars align for Wayne absolutely perfectly. Because like I've been saying, this is like the year of rap bars. I don't care what, 2018 was the year of everybody who had bars this year prosper. Everybody from Eminem to Joyner Lucas to Hops, like everybody elevated 2 steps where they were in 2017. And it's like strictly the niggas who had bars, because like the mumble, like a lot of the other niggas didn't really, are kind of the same exact place. That Uzi is arguably lower than he was in 2017.
Oh, he's way lower. I don't think arguably. He's definitely way
Yachty,
lower.
same thing. Like literally 6'9" isn't even as relevant as he was in the beginning of 2018. So it's just like, Wayne coming out at that time, I think the reason why the Carter 5 did so good is because people were missing that sound.
They were, yeah.
And then when they got it, they were like, oh, snap, this is why Wayne is the greatest.
Yo, so do you really be thinking that that nigga does not listen to his music at all? Because he kind of contradicts himself. He says that he doesn't listen to it, but then he says he's the only person that he listens to. So I'm like, I don't...
Yeah, no, I don't think... I think that he's the only person he listens to, but he records so much that he doesn't know what he's recording for. He's definitely... And just watching the Carter... Because one of my favorite documentaries is the Carter 3 documentary. Yeah. And even by just watching that, you can just see he's just... rapping, and then everybody else puts it together later, which I swear to God, that is just a blessing for an artist. Like, I wish I could do that shit.
And I thought it was...
I wish he kind of had a little bit more to do with his career, because when he didn't know the name of the song, so what these niggas, when he didn't know the name of that, I was like...
that shit threw me off. I was like, what? Yo, the thing is that I'm like, damn, why he didn't talk about that shooting shit more? Like, to me...
I'm going to say like this. I gotta go back and listen to that last song, because like...
I do too.
He was really talking about it in that last song.
Yeah, and that's what like threw me off too about the whole interview, because I was like, if you wanted your mom, like, because he said in the interview that he wanted his mom to know, and he said that basically he had never said that on wax before, and the thing to me was like, bruh, like, I don't know, son, that shit kind of like, to me it kind of like, it shows a lot of shit that Wade went through. Like, as far as like, yo, if this nigga was in a state where this nigga was like dead ass trying to kill himself at such a young age, bruh.
Wayne's had a real effed up life though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, to do that and then like never be, that shit was never taught. I mean, he rapped about that shit so many times, like, yeah, blah blah blah. And you know, like, a lot of times I used to be like, why does he rap about that? Because I was like, yo, like, it's kind of goofy because you shot yourself. So, like, you saying you got shot is like, all right, but, like, you shot yourself. But then now, him rapping about...
Makes sense. That makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, it does. Like, it's way more... I mean, it definitely puts a lot, like, more into perspective. I just wish he would have touched deep more in the interview about that shit, like...
Well, I mean, I think he touched deep enough in the song where he wasn't going to touch it. I could see Elliot was trying to get it out of him, but he wasn't good. I'm telling you, that's such an awkward environment for people, because you're almost damn near performing, too.
Yeah.
While you're giving an interview. That's such the worst situation to give an interview in. That is just like, that's why the best interviews are just like 2 people.
Yeah, it almost would have been better if like Sway did it or something. Like, literally just...
Elliot could have done it, but if Elliot had done it, like he did the Jay-Z one with just him and Jay-Z, that would have been way better. Like, putting them on a stage, that makes an artist go into a whole different mode, no matter who the fuck you are. It makes you go into mode. If it doesn't, then you're a shitty performer.
Well, he did say that that's what he asked for, though.
Yeah, he asked for it to be in New Orleans, but that don't mean shit. I mean, that don't mean that it's gonna make it a better interview.
I definitely thought it was crazy that he had a Jay-Z feature that didn't get finished in time. That was one thing that I was like, if...
I mean, but he alluded like it can still happen, so, hey,
yeah.
I'm down for a loose Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. I don't give a... You can drop that whenever.
Well, a lot of... I think that he hinted towards that a lot, because when he talked about the Snoop Dogg shit, even just how he said that there were so many songs that didn't make the album. One thing I will say, though, I didn't realize that Mac Main managed him, but that's not even what
I was saying. When I heard that, I was like, what happened to Cortez?
Yeah, but then one thing when they asked him, I thought a good question is they asked him if Wayne was the person that picked the track orders and like the track list. And
I mean, it was kind of, if you paid attention to context clues, I know it's just like you're reassuring, but he basically said that in like 7 different ways.
Yeah.
He didn't know the track list, so how could he have picked?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying in general, like, when he said that he didn't even, I mean, pick the track list, I guess the order is one thing, but when he had all the songs to pick from and he didn't pick from any of the songs that he wanted to be on there and stuff like that, I thought that was crazy. But
I wonder if Wayne has always been the type of person to be very not hands-on on the like construction of his albums.
I mean, he kind of said that though. He kind of said he doesn't really know like what goes where, what's from what. I mean, he didn't even know like a verse like that.
But I'm saying for how long has that been going on? Has that always been the way he's moved, or is that some post Carter 3 shit? Is that some? Was he like that in the Hot Boys era? Like,
I don't know.
Because I almost I'm very interested in that, because maybe that'll explain a lot too. Because if after Carter 3 he did, which I doubt, because I feel like he did the same thing Carter 3, because I saw the documentary. So yeah.
What do you mean? Did the same thing as far as somebody else picked the track?
Well, he was way more aware, I feel like, of the songs on the Carter 3 when they dropped than he is of the songs on the Carter 5.
It almost seems like the Carter 3 was, yeah, you're right. I mean, it was it was definitely more thought
Wayne
out.
Started getting this little, I don't have anything to do with the construction bag after Carter 3, that would maybe explain that I would say he needs to get back to being a part of the construction phase. But I would need to know what time, and if he's been like that his whole career, which I assume he has been, or at least he's been solo, then I was okay.
Well, what I was gonna say about that, I think that that's why I asked you if you thought that he really listened to the album or not, because it's like, even if he didn't listen to the album, he knows what songs I guess are like, you know, on the roster to be on the album. But you gotta understand, he probably recorded in the span of 4 years. He probably recorded hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs. Well, what I was gonna say is this. I was gonna say, like, I feel like the one thing about the album that I felt personally, and I said this in the MUNFU too, is I felt like the album was good, but I felt like the track list order was off. Like, I felt like there was songs, I felt like literally the first 12 songs should have been, especially the first 6, but the first 12 songs of the album I felt like should have been put in different places, and I felt like, to me, it would have made the album make more sense as far as like I feel like it would have felt more Carter 3-ish to me if he would have put it in a better order. That's just me personally, but.
And with the Drake shit, he just said that a sample didn't get cleared. I kind of maybe feel like maybe it's a little more than that, but he did bring up a good point when he said a lot of the songs that we've been hearing over the years that were supposed to be on Carter 5, and I was like, yeah, that does make sense.
But what songs do you think would have been worthy of Carter 5?
If right when they came out, they would have been new on Carter 5, if you believe me. I can see. I'm telling you, Carter 5 obviously would have been it would have been a way worse album if it came out 4 years ago. I almost guarantee that shit.
It probably would have just got overlooked something different.
Not even overlooked, but people would just look at the Carter 4 and be like, okay, just another kind of not that great Carter. Because I feel like this, like, if Believe Me was supposed to be a song on Carter 5, I'm assuming it was going to be like the lead single. And I'm assuming Carter 5 would have kind of had that kind of sound because that's the kind of bag Wayne was in at that time.
Right.
But he's evolved so much and gone through so much that it's like, okay, he's in a different bag now. But
I think it's dope,
we don't know because all them songs is old, I guess.
Yeah, but I do think it's dope that he said that he felt like him doing the Carter, or him dropping the Carter 5 was like that time for him to kick down the door again. Like, he felt like this is going to be the time where he's going to come back to music and make more of a, well, I guess more of an impact than he has been making in the recent years and shit like that. So yeah. Definitely trying to check out more music from him. And he got that video, he said, coming out too. They did the Swiss Beats jump.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised.
He just got it.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I'm surprised he picked that one to be like such a big single.
I mean, it's got like a viral challenge going on.
Yeah,
too.
Shiggy
like,
definitely gonna make that hoe big.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's just crazy, man.
Swiss Beats. They got niggas doing the Harlem Shake again. Yeah, I can see that.
And I'm not gonna lie, that shit had me dying when he said he did not remember that song he did with J. Cole.
That Green Ranger. I'm not gonna lie, when he said Green Ranger, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? That just sounds like the most forgettable song ever.
Definitely died. I was like, bruh, that is hilarious. I didn't even know that existed either, but
yo, your screen froze.
My shit's straight. It's straight over here, but yeah, man. Let us know in the comment section if you peeped the interview and shit like that. It was definitely, I mean, it was worth the watch. I think it was a good hour. I mean, yo shit froze. What the fuck? Boy, this nigga stuck on the goofiest face, bro. You about to die when you see this shit. But yeah, man, let us know in the comment section. MUNFU podcast. This dude is froze. We out.
I ain't got time for all that flashy shit. Let's just get right to it, man. My mic on? Alright, listen. I'm dealing with tough shit, depression and some shit. All of this fuck shit I just cannot put up with. Shouldn't be upset cause I know that we up next. But what about success? It sucks too much stress. I'm dealing with tough shit, depression and some shit. All of this fuck shit I just cannot put up with. Shouldn't be upset cause I know that we up next. But what about success? It sucks too much stress, I guess. No one can hear you scream when you up this high, baby. No one can hear you scream. No one can hear you scream. This the life that you asked for, but no one can hear you scream. Battling depression for a little bit. To me, I didn't understand I was really sick. Maybe I wasn't understanding what it really is. To make a nigga wanna scream out like a little kid. It was some little shit. Can't give a fuck about what niggas is talking about, cause you ain't never been inside the shoes I've been walking around. And you ain't never been inside the pool when the sharks was around. And you ain't never been up on that roof and talking me down. Before I jumped off, treating every girl I meet like a jump off. Cause that's the only way I know to hide these dumb scars. Cause I'm hurt, I'm calling every bitch a dumb broad. Now that's fuck, little dude, but it's easier than saying I got trust issues. It's easier to think I got no trust in you. Cause one day I'm afraid I won't fuck with you. Nah, and you don't fuck with Scru. And you gon' just decide to up and move. And you gon' take my joy and comfort too. And all of your stupid friends gon' comfort you. But trust this, Scru. If you make a song about what fucks with you, and you can touch somebody that get fucked with too, then forever worse the better they'll fuck with you. No one can hear you scream when you up this high, baby. No one can hear you scream. No one can hear you scream. This the life that you asked for, but no one can hear